Walden 2020, with new features like low-mass bracing and ergonomic armrests, as well as our graphite and glass fiber reinforced necks, are some of the best guitars we've ever made. Hi, my name's Jonathan Lee, and we're going to talk about all things Walden. Greetings from my basement in Portland, Oregon. My name is Jonathan Lee, and I'm the founder of Walden Guitars. So I began playing guitar in 1986. And by the early 90s, I realized I was pretty much a washed-up, failed rock star. But I still had a love of guitar, and I wanted to learn how to build them. So I met Charles Fox, who ran the American School of Lutherie, and he and I developed a deep friendship and decided to form C. Fox Guitars, a small 10-person shop building high-end American-made guitars in the San Francisco Bay Area of California. It was around that time in 1996 that KHS Musical Instruments approached us to help design a guitar, and that's when I came up with the name Walden, and we helped them begin the Walden Guitar Project. At that time, we were still building high-end guitars in California, and I had roles in neck fit and in the finish department. I would prepare frets in the setup department, as well as install pickup systems. At that time, I was also building my own guitars. So this is where I learned the fundamentals of guitar building and what drives my design aesthetic to this day. In 2001, we closed C. Fox, and that's when I joined KHS running the Walden program in development and research and design, marketing, and eventually running the factory as well as the whole fretted instrument department at KHS. So as a builder, I'm driven by four core principles, if you will. Musicality and tonality, because it is a musical instrument. It's not a guitar-shaped object, so it does need to sound good first and foremost. It needs to be stable. So what can you compromise within the production or material process to keep it affordable, and what can you not absolutely compromise such that it sounds good and is also a stable instrument? Appearance. An instrument that just looks right, that is guided by a luthier's sensibility. And finally, the magic, how to keep it affordable. And for me, having run a factory in China, speaking the language, having built handmade guitars, I can see when a process is correct or correct a process that's wrong, and can ensure that the instrument coming out of the end of the line satisfies these principles. There are some technological innovations in a Walden. We have graphite or glass fiber reinforced necks, which not only help to prevent twist and warping, but also raise the resonant frequency of that neck such that you get an evenness across the board, an evenness of tone up and down the board, as well as more response from the soundboard, because the resonant frequency is much higher and it's not dampening more of the string energy. In the soundboard, in 2020 Waldens, we have low-mass bracing. Low-mass bracing is a way in which I've created strategically shaped and placed holes in the bracing such that the overall mass is reduced, but structure is maintained. And that results in a guitar with more tonal complexity, more harmonics, more immediacy. I hope you play one and can hear that. That graces all of our 500 series and up steel strings, as well as our B1E baritone. We also have ergonomic armrests that grace 3 of our instruments, and should you, dealers and consumers, want more, we certainly can put them on more instruments. They create one of the most comfortable playing experiences on an affordable instrument, and yeah, try one of those. I think you'll like them. So KHS ceased production of Walden about 5 years ago. And by that time, I had moved on to design and development, sales and marketing roles in companies like Breedlove Guitars and Washburn Guitars. But when traveling the world, meeting distributors and factories and dealers, I'd always get the question of what happened to Walden, and I never really had a good answer because I felt the Walden story had not been finished. In 2019, I had the opportunity to secure all the rights to Walden, and I knew that for this class of instrument, the best really wasn't out there, that there were still improvements that could be made to offer up guitar players and musicians out there a better instrument. I took that chance and took the opportunity to, instead of working for someone else and realizing their vision, realizing my own vision as a builder, as a luthier, as well as a guitarist. And so here we are. We put together a company to reawaken Walden, and we were feeling good after Winter NAMM. We had the whole world covered, we had guitars on the water, we were pretty optimistic. Well, then COVID hit, and the world shut down, and we were in this odd place where we had guitars on the water. And so we had guitars headed to America, we had guitars headed to the European Union. We couldn't turn those boats back, but the whole world was closed down, so we had to launch. And so on May 1st, 2020, we launched www.waldenguitars.com. Please visit the website. And went to market right in the middle of a pandemic. Yay. There are many markets actually that had put their orders on hold that are just receiving their first guitars now. So we're considering all of 2020 a soft launch because although we're okay and we hopefully will have many years ahead of us, the whole project has been delayed a bit. So 2021 will be our relaunch of Walden Guitars. That's when we hope our distributors and dealers will have product, we'll be able to actually have a meaningful marketing program, we'll be supporting artists and their endeavors to pursue the dream of making music, and we'll be supporting our distributors and dealers with rich content as well as training and videos such as this. And once the shows and concerts are back, we'll be out there as well. Thank you for listening. I hope I haven't put anyone asleep. I wish you well. I wish you health, and I thank you for your support. I appreciate you. I'm Jonathan Lee, founder of Walden Guitars.